just to show that this works, I have 10 ohm resistors on here just to test this thing. And if we go across one of them, so here, you can see 10 ohms. So I'm going to show you just how this works. All right, put some power to it. So with that off and that in stereo mode, we have nothing, which is what I want. I want it to drop all loads. So in stereo mode, when I go here, I should have 20 ohms. Because it series is the two, and I do. I got 20 ohms, and I should have 20 ohms here. I do, and there is nothing between these two. They're isolated, okay? So that's the reason I got 2 meters on here, is for doing 2 channel amps. So it series the 2 10 ohm resistors. I didn't have any 4s to test this. So now I'm gonna go here, and I should have 10 ohms. Sorry guys, it's aggravating to do it one-handed. So you see, I should have half my resistance. Got 10 ohms. Let's see, let's go in here. I got 10 ohms. And when I go here, it parallels the 2 10 ohms on each side, so I should have 5 ohms. 5 ohms and 5 ohms. So now, as you've seen, these were isolated from each other. I'm gonna go to mono mode. Okay, so right now I should have like 10 ohms. 10 ohms. And these are the same connection now. 10 ohms. And I can even go, let me get these in here. Right there. 10 ohms. Or I'll go here. Here. 10 ohms. It's because these are in parallel, okay? So now in stereo mode, I had 20 ohms, but now that each of these are 20 and they're paralleled, I get 10, and now I should get 5 ohms, and now I should get 2.5. Because in stereo, that's 5 per channel, but now they're paralleled, and I get roughly 2.5 ohms on both. So with 4 ohm resistors, it's going to work perfectly fine. One other thing I wanted to add, in my other video I talked about this this stuff right here. I only got some more today. Now they make a black like this too, but the black isn't as tough as this stuff. Okay, so if I wish they did, but I tried the black. It's more like a silicone. I find it's softer. But this stuff right here, you get the gray. You get the right stuff. And I'm gonna show you. Let me open this. You see that stuff? Well, you bust a hole in it. All right. That stuff is gray. That's what you want right there. When you gluing stuff together, let me close that so it don't harden. So again, we'll glue a base knob or something in a car. Permatex, the right stuff, 90-minute gray gasket maker, 34328. This stuff, man, like I said, you could glue a brick to the side of a house you could glue several bricks to the side of the house and climb them bricks. Because, man, this stuff, it really holds. And on a further note, I'm working on a little box. I got this little box right here. And you see I got some banana plugs in the back. And I'm going to put those 2 meters in there. And one's just a little DC voltmeter, 0 to 20 volts. And that's a DC amp meter, 0 to 2000. And it goes with this shunt. And I made this block for this shunt today. I ordered a piece of Delrin 1 inch, 6 by 4 inches. And I got a little drill press. And I measured all this out and drilled it. And I needed a base for this thing. And I put some little screw holes in it to screw it down. But this is a 2000 amp. Where is it at? Yeah. 2000 amp, 75 millivolt shunt. And that's the little meter that came with it. And I started drilling holes in here. I'm gonna take this to work and use the knockout set. I need to make a 2 3/4 inch hole for that to fit in there. And it's gonna go here. It's gonna go there in the front of that. And I'm gonna have a voltmeter and a little current meter in this thing. And at least I'll get used to that. These are like little real cheap little project box off of Amazon, and I think eBay has some too. Now what I've got that's pretty interesting is this is a Weschler 0 to 2000 DC amp meter. Okay, the only problem is this one takes 100 millivolt shunt. So I found one. Now the ones you buy here in the States, man, they're stupid expensive. They're like $300, $400, $500 for a shunt. But I found a little Chinese one, 0 to 2000, 100 millivolt, and believe it or not, it was like about 40 bucks. I'm waiting on it. It'd probably take forever. So what I got here is I got a little. It's like a little calibrator to check stuff like this, and it'll do 0 to 10 volts, and it'll do 4 to 20 milliamps, and it'll do millivolts. So if I turn this on, okay, and when you hit this, it shows the decimal place it'll adjust. So we're going to go to the tens place. All right, and when I disconnect this goes to 0. I think there's some way to 0 it here, but if you see, so I'm gonna go to like 50 millivolt. That should be 1000 amps. And it is. And then if I go to 100 millivolts, it should be 2000 amps. And it is. And I've noticed the instructions on this said to let it warm up to stabilize. As it does, I'll get exactly 2000 amps and exactly 1000 at 50. But it doesn't flicker like this in person. It's just the camera's making it do it. But this is to be like an analog meter. It's a little bar graph, and it's got a digital display. So this is the one I'm gonna eventually hook up and use. But for the time being, let me turn this off. And also this thing runs on 120 volts, man, to power it. But it's made for a DC shunt. For the time being, we're gonna use this Chinese special right here with this shunt, this 75 millivolt shunt. So that's in future plans. Unfortunately, I have to go to work, and my 2-gauge wire did not show up to wire this to those big resistors under there. So I was just playing with it. I put some 10 ohm resistors in there out of this little kit right here just to test it. And it's working perfectly like I intended it to. It switches exactly like I want it to. And be able to measure wattage. Of course, I still got to install a 500 amp power supply. I'm gonna probably take some of this crap down, and you might notice my garage, y'all, looks like this. My wife, when I was setting this up, she got me a lot of these lights off of Amazon, and they've been there for several years, and we have grandkids, and they love all this, you know. But I think I'm gonna clear that wall right there and set up my little amp dyno right here, and it's just a work in progress. So it's gonna be at least another week or so before I get this hooked up, because I won't be back for at least a week, going out of town. So if any of y'all got any questions on this thing, y'all don't hesitate to shoot me a message. I still check my stuff where I'm at. So yep, that's it, man. Just working. Real happy with that. It's just plain and simple, straight to the point, you know. None of that like on the AD1 going through all the little menus and crap just to get it there. Of course, this I can't do half an ohm because of the bank I got, but I mean, crap, man. If y'all want to see a half an ohm dyno, I'm sure somebody out there has done it. And maybe in the future I'll get another resistor, but I got to get a high wattage one, at least a 10K, like 1 ohm, that I can put across this thing at 1 ohm to get it to half ohm, or maybe a couple of resistors to do like 0.8 and a 0.6 and a 0.5. But for right now, I'm happy with this, and I think this will do just fine. Believe it or not, these little Chinese meters, accurate. Matches that fluke right there. And that fluke, this thing right here at like 100 millivolts, it reads exactly 100 millivolts. At 50, it reads exactly 50. And whatever I set this on, when I go across that thing, I mean, there's no decimal trash on there. It's exactly, this thing is very accurate. And I'm an instrumentation technician in the oil field, and I may bring this thing offshore and try to 4-20 on it on some valves or something, because I mean, this thing was like 70-80 bucks, man. But it's so far, I just wanted a little something simple to test stuff like this. And most calibrators are like an Alltech or something, like really expensive, like over $1,000. So for what this is, pretty happy with that. Anyways, y'all have a great week.